Hey folks, how's it going? I know, it's beautiful out today. A little chilly, but sunny and beautiful. Anyways, I got out this morning at a new site and just didn't turn out very well. I'll show you that right now. Check it out. Folks, how's it going? So I'm out at a new site today, and you know what I did? I did the worst thing you can do. I forgot my SD card for my nice camera, so I have to use this phone. Oh, we'll see how that happens. I don't think it has much memory. See ya. We've got what looks like an old structure here. We've got an old structure standing over there. It looks like maybe a barn, but that's where the house on the map, 1910 map, said it was. And I can't show you the images because they're on this phone. But there was something right there too. We're gonna head over there and check that out, and then we're gonna come in here and check out all the woods here. See ya. From first glance, and I'm just doing exploratory today, that's some older brick right there. It's not ancient, but definitely matches the time period we have of 1910. So I'll look around some more. I'll have to come back tomorrow with my SD card. See ya. Now this structure reminds me a lot of a barn. And we got another little hunter area right there. Yeah, just a barn structure. Not terribly old. Probably not as old as the house. So, house structure sits right there. You can just barely see my bike right there. The house sits right there. There's large oak trees in there, and especially that one right there. It's probably about 150, 200 years old. The interesting thing about this is there's a creek that sits in the back, and there's no road features. No road features at all. So on my 1993 satellite image, this is overgrown in here. So it's been here a while. Yeah, there's a lot of this going on here. I'm not very excited about this spot at all. Unfortunately, it is trashy. There's still a lot of material on the surface. Roofing material, you see. A lot of material on the surface. And, you know, that just doesn't mean old enough for me. So, I'll tool around a little bit more. I haven't found anything decent yet at all. So, see ya. Got one little buckle loop type fastener, something like that. Again, it's not ancient, it's not very old, not as old as I want. Probably 30s or 40s, maybe even 50s. Yeah, I know. Bottle cap, cans. Yeah, not very old. Back to the drawing board. I thought I'd come in and just explore this one. Nah, it's not for me. I'm gonna move on. I have much older sites, much nicer sites to look at. So in the course of finding these new sites, you're always gonna run into garbage sites, basically. This is one out of well over 100 that actually is not ideal for me. So hey, oh well, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so see you on the next hunt. So, alright, you've seen it. It happens, you know, it happens. You explore so many new sites and stuff like that, you're gonna run into things that just aren't very exciting. So anyways, I'm at an exciting spot today, and this is a late 19th century schoolhouse. And at the schoolhouse, you know, I found silver, I found buttons and toys and jewelry and Boy Scout stuff, all kinds of stuff. But I mainly focused on one part of the area where I thought it was a playground, basically, where the students would go out and play and eat and, you know, all that stuff. And I believe I was correct in that. But I've never focused my attention here on this side. The schoolhouse sits straight in there. There's a couple large trees straight back that way, probably about 200 yards or so. And it has all this property leading up to it. I've searched in here randomly, real quick, and I've never done any focused searching. So that's what I'm going to do today, and that's what I hope produces some nice finds. So the only thing we can do is get out there and check. And, you know, I'm trying to get down to that nice early history layer. Unfortunately, you have to dig layer by layer by layer, and that means getting out the newer junk down to the older, better stuff. So hope to find something decent. See you on the first hole. Going that way. Well, here's our first signal. It's about 6.5 inches deep, and it sounds like it's a miscellaneous type thing. There's no telling. There's no definite lock on the detector to say it's a coin or anything like that. So let's take a peek. The topsoil's not very deep, is it? Ooh, look at there. Look at that. Oh yeah. See that? That's nice right there. You see the big seed in it? The bubble? Yeah, pre-1912, I believe. Yep. Nice piece of glass right there, corker. What are we gonna get in here? Didn't sound like it would be up in this layer, but, you know, detectors fool you sometimes. It's gonna be down there. I'm gonna have to get that root out. Oh, it's a hard one. There we go. There we go. There's a lot of viney type stuff. Alright, we got plenty of material out of the ground. I'm gonna have to scan this to find it. Where'd that little bottle top go? I lost it. Probably stepped on it. Oh well, we want the whole ones. Let me scan this and I'll show you what we got. Okay, detector says it's in this little pile right here. I wonder if that's something or not. Nope. Just a little dirt clump right there. Alright, so let's see if we can see it first before we start grabbing. Is it going to be small? Maybe a button? Not seeing anything in there. We're going to have to do the old method here. Nope. No. Where you at? think it's going to be small. I haven't grabbed onto it yet. Oh, there's that top. I'm going to save that. Jeez. That's the problem with these leaves. They start turning brown. Oh, there it is right there. What is that? Is that a piece of lead? Looks like a piece of lead. Yeah. Something. No telling. But this is nice. I'll probably save that just for the top. I like that top. Okay. Let's move on. See what else we can find here. Now I was getting a large iron signal popping up. Oh yeah. That's part of the plow right there. Farmer stuff, And we got us another large chunk of iron here. No telling. No telling on that one. Looks like some kind of control pivot point or something like that for a control arm, maybe to an old plow. Got a fabulous sounding signal right here, right next to this small tree, about 6 inches deep, and it should be in here. Is that it? No. I don't see anything yet. I think it's in my hand. I only beeped once though. There we go. It is in my hand. Nope, it isn't. My detector is just going crazy right now. Must be some activity going on around here. Oh, better rescan that. It's going weird. It's weird. I don't know if it does this with cell phone activity or what, but it just starts going crazy. It gives off false signals just sitting here. Alright, I got another pinpoint on it, so let's check. Yep, in my hand. Oh, is that a coin? See it? Or a button? I don't know. It's hard to say at this point. Pretty thin. Let's go ahead and give that a little clean. Be right back. Yeah, it's just a very toasty. I know you can see my reflection in there. I'm trying to face it so you can see the actual coin. Just a very toasty wheat cent penny, and I cannot get a date off that. So, oh well. There it goes. This way. Yeah, I cannot get a date off that. Alright, well, we got our first coin, but don't know what it is. Early. See ya. Well, that's a big chunk of iron. That's pretty heavy duty. Most of the stuff is when you find it like that. I don't know, was that some kind of bracket? Yeah, maybe. Something like that, huh? Isn't it strange how pretty much everything is underneath a big root? I wonder if these roots actually seek out this material for its mineral value. It almost seems that way. And again, I didn't bring my axe. My backpack is falling apart on me, and I usually carry it in my backpack. I gotta start carrying it on my hip. Yeah. Yeah, just another big chunk of something that's pretty solid. No idea. Just gotta get that out in order to hear what's underneath it. See ya. Yeah, something was here. Oh, let me clean that off. Dirt on my lens. Something was here, and I don't know exactly what it is. Given the iron and stuff, maybe a barn. Hear all that noise in the background? There's a logging effort going on over there. They're cutting the forest down, so it'll be a little noisy. But we have this nice, large, older tree right here, and there were a couple other ones, and there's a lot of cedar, nice semi mid-range growth cedars in here as well that say, you know, and these are the kind of cedars that they used for ornamentals and stuff in yards. But anyway, I got a good signal here. Sounds like a coin, but then again, it might be a little bit too big for a coin, but let's check it out and see what it is. I hope for a coin. It's always nice to find dateable material at these old sites. Anything in there? Sounded a little deeper than that, but let's check that out real quick. Oh, wait a minute. What's that? Is that something? It's glass. Oh, my favorite colored glass, that nice amber right there. I can't tell how old that is. I hope this isn't a bottle top. But then again, I hope it is. That way I can get it out of the ground. You know. Let's put that little amber piece over there. Set that right there, just in case we want to save that. Alright, what do we get? Yeah, there's some roots in there. Coins oftentimes are very difficult to find in that dirt like that. It's almost better to just get out the material and just scan it again. One more. Alright, let's scan that, see what's in there. Oh no, we got a signal up in the what do you call that? Layer. Not the good layer. That's for sure. Topsoil layer, that's it. It's probably gonna be bottle cap. Goes along with that amber glass, probably beer, something like that. Or a rivet. It still has leather attached to it. Two nice little rivets. But I can't imagine that's very old. 30s, 40s, maybe 50s. The last time they plowed in here, it was probably a while ago. There's some nice sized trees. What's it doing in the topsoil? Who knows? Maybe I walked through here and dropped it out of my pouch. I don't know. See ya. Well, I have to dig this one. It wasn't a great signal at all. But then again, I am in coin and jewelry mode. Searching for non-ferrous. This is 8 inches deep. And it's a small signal. It could be a coin sitting kind of lopsided. I'm getting a hint of iron in there as well, so I don't know. That 8 inches sounds about right. That topsoil right there is pretty deep. There's another root over here I gotta get. There could be a button with iron back. What is that? Nothing. Not seeing any iron. Are we 8 inches yet? Probably pretty close. Take that last scoop out and then we'll check it. Alright, let's check that real quick. Hope we got it. Well, the signal is definitely louder. I can't tell if it's on the edge here or I just missed it. It's one of those ones that sit funny in the ground and give you... Well, now I'm not hearing it. Oh, something nice and loud right there. I must have had it in my hand. What's that right there? There it is. Ah, that thing was deep. What is it? Ah, it's just some kind of fitting. It's a nut end. Yeah, nothing special, just hardware, some kind of fitting. Wow, that was pretty deep. Glad we're hearing those. I got something in my hand ringing up in the 20s, nickel range. Is it going to be a button? Is that a button? Looks like a button. And it still has a shank on it. Fabulous. I love finding buttons. Can you see that? I know it's like blended in. There it is right there. Nice little button. Giving me a 20 signal on the MX Sport coin and jewelry mode. About 6 inches deep. Loud and clear. Let me clean that up and I'll show you what it is. Oh yeah, I've found these before. It has a horseshoe on it. Shaped just like that. Yeah, horseshoe. Nice little button. It's going to be tough to clean up though. I'm going to have to put that in an oil bath. See ya. That's a fancy little iron doodad. It definitely has some age to it. Yeah, you can see where I hit it right there. Neat. I think that's neat. It's like a potato chip bag clip or something. 1800's potato chip bag clip. Yeah, that's what it can be. Sure. No, I have no idea. Something, I bet you it was used to hold two things together, though. A doodad. Yep. See ya. Well, listen to this ginormous signal. Going up to 85. Yeah, that's a big one. I wonder if that's a can. Cans usually ring out a little bit louder than that, and they're usually a little bit bigger. Something very hefty, that's for sure. What are we gonna get in there? Didn't sound deep. If it is deep, it's probably a nice big chunk of iron, maybe an axe. I'm not seeing anything silver. No, we better go down a little deeper. Might be a big chunk of iron. That's a root. I'm not feeling anything down there. It's kind of sandy soil. Huh. Well, this one's interesting. It's a big signal. And I don't see any big chunk of iron. So we may have a coin. Nice big silver one somewhere. Let's check it out. Right there. Let me see. Nope, not in that one. It's kind of like the topsoil layer over there, but yeah, that's topsoil. What is it? There it is. Ooh, something fancy. Look at that. I like that. I don't know, maybe a pocket watch hook or something. Let me clean that up. I'll be right back at you. Well, there it is. That is very representative of the 1800s. Could be even early, I mean real early 1900s, but that's typical 1800 stuff right there. And it looked like it had some kind of iron fixture on this little piece right there. You can see a little bit of iron color to it. So it went to something, didn't it? That's fancy. I like that. Make a nice little keychain out of that or something. That's a nice relic right there. Nice design on it. Nice. I'm gonna call that 1800s. Yep. Found at a school site. This area in here is usually inaccessible in the spring and summertime. It's just overgrown with, well, I don't even know what these are, but they send shoots and roots all over the place. Check them out. And see all this lower underbrush stuff? And they send these shoots all over the place. But anyway, listen to this. I got a nice little signal here, I believe. .5 inches. There's another one of those shoots. Let's go ahead and get that. Let's see what it is. Now I'm hoping for a coin. Sounds like a coin. Those roots are above the ground, in the ground, under the ground, everywhere in here. And it is so hard to maneuver through here in the summertime. Oh, see it? Right there. What do you think? What is it? Nice. We got us a coin. Let me set it right there. Maybe we can see the impression on this. That is interesting. That is a leaf, and it was sitting on that leaf, and it left an impression on this organic material. Very cool. So, there's no telling how old this is. There's the other part right there, the other impression. Interesting. Anyways, it looks cool. Let's clean it up and find out. I'll be right back at you. It looks like something with the date on the bottom of it there. Perhaps. Still can't tell. I'm gonna have to toothpick this a little bit. Of course, I don't have any toothpicks. I wonder if it's just a Lincoln. All I have is nature. Let's take a peek at it, see if we can get this crud off. Just enough to take a photo of it and get some kind of idea. I do not like wetting these copper coins. It destroys that upper layer, that soft patina layer. It's better just to scratch it a little bit with something. So you can get it home and clean it, you know what I mean? Yeah, you do. Oh, that's looking pretty interesting. Let me work on this a little bit and I don't know, I don't think that's a Lincoln. Let me work on it a little bit and I'll show you. Maybe a 2-center. Looks a little small for that. Oh, it's another Lincoln wheat penny, but wow, this one's really toasty too. You can just see the word cent in there, and then you can just see Lincoln's figure. Good grief, these are really bad. They're gonna be tough to clean, and I'm sure they're closer to the 1909 date. Probably even 1909. Isn't that when the penny started? Yeah, I believe so. They're old and crusty, really crusty. Either this soil has something to do with it, or you know, they're going to be in the low digits, single digits. Yeah, well, that's our second coin. Nice. Where's the silver? Silver's got to be here, because I know the silver's here because I've already found silver here. I want to find more silver. Yeah, and I want to find more nice relics. I want to find children's stuff, really. If I can find anything related to the 1800s of a children's toy, that is my goal at this site. I'd love to find children's toy 1800s. That would be sweet. Oh yeah. Okay, anyways. Sick. It's hard enough getting through here in the fall and winter. Could you imagine trying to get through here in the summertime? This This stuff just hangs up on everything. But I'm having fun. Yeah. See ya. Well, this sounds like an interesting signal. Come dig it with me. Let's see what we get. It's just kind of in the 40s and the 50s, going as high as the 60s. But there's no telling what it is or how it's sitting. I like signals like that. I thought I saw something down there. What is it? Oh no! Do you see that? Oh, that's one of my favorite finds right there. Do you know what that is? Come on, I know you do. Think real hard. I'll show you the shape. There you go. That is a Model T Ford hubcap. Oh yeah, the first mass production vehicle in this country. And there's a part to it. Up here in the middle of the woods. That was a pretty decent signal for that. Amazing. Usually they're higher signals, 60s or so. It did hit 60. See if I can see the Ford on it. So, but I was not expecting that. I love finding these. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Nothing says it more. Made in the USA. Right there. Just like that. Uh-huh. Sweet! I love finding these. It's mushed. I found these in near perfect condition too. And this one's seen better days, but it is what it is. Ford Model T. Beautiful. See ya. Well, here's another nice signal. It's about 3.5 inches deep. It's not very deep, but soil erosion and roots. Oh, that's a big one. I don't know if I'm going to get through that with this little shovel. There we go. Got enough of it. 3.5 inches is not that deep, so sounded nice. See, we're down to that clay already. It's gotta be in there. Can't imagine it being in this plug topsoil, but you know what, we have a metal detector so we can find it. Let's take out just a little bit more just to be sure. Sometimes you get funny depth readings depending on how the soil is. Yeah, we're gonna have to scan it. I was hoping for another Model T Ford hubcap. Okay, here we go. Let's see. There we are. Nice 70 signal. Could be a coin. Could be. I guess it's better if I just grab it and check. That way we don't push it around and lose it. In my hand. Now it's gone. There it is right here, whatever that is. Just a chunk of something. It looks like a melted blob. You want to check these out because I've mistaken melted blobs before. Passed them off as melted blobs. I keep them, bring them home, clean them, and find out they're seals. But that is not. I don't know what that is. It's just a blob of something. Maybe a bullet. We'll take it home, clean it up, and double check. Moving on. And we got all this nice easy stuff to detect, but I want to be up in there. I want to be in that right there. Fall is the best time to get into places that are so overgrown in the summer that you can't possibly get through it. Now's the time. I want in there. So let's go see what's in there. Oh, this stuff is not easy. And I'm not even in the deepest section yet. Got a nice 24 signal nickel. Three inches deep. Let's see what that is. Oh my goodness, I'm all tied up. Look at this. Everything is all tied up. Alright, I'm gonna have to turn you off and get untied here. I got all these branches and everything all twisted around me. Okay, I'm all untied. Detector says it's right there. Only 3 inches deep. So it's not very deep. But then again, look at that dirt I just pulled up off my shovel. And I only went in 3 inches. So, that topsoil's not very thick here. That's nice to know. Alright, what are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? I imagine it's right here in this plug. Yeah, that's kind of sandy. Nice soil. Guess that's why all this shrubbery is growing here. It's very easy to grow in. It's thriving. I wonder if there's any part of the shrubs and stuff that kind of got left over and just expanded. Kind of. Know what I mean? Stayed here and just kind of kept growing. And then got out of control. Because that's what a lot of this seems like. This stuff here. I don't know what this is. It almost looks like, what do you call that? Poison oak. I don't know. Alright, definitely wasn't that deep. Probably a shotgun shell. But we're going to have to scan it. Scan it to find out. Yeah. Right up in that topsoil. Oh, I got it. Lost it. Oh, I got it again. Alright. Maybe a button. Whatever it is, it's tiny. There it is, it's a button. Wow, nice. Part of a button. Let's clean it up. Let's see what it is. It's a button, alright, but I can't tell what that is, if there's anything on it. I don't know. Turn it around. Yep, it's a button face. Missing the back iron piece. Yep, see ya. Ah, beautiful signal. Here, have a listen. Where was it? It was over here somewhere. There we go. Can you hear it? Oh, it's reading 76 dime. That could be silver. That could be silver. Maybe a coin for sure. Alright, let me clean that up, get in there and dig it up, and I'll bring you in. Okay, I got it pinpointed. In there, 76, solid 76. But it says it's only about 2 inches deep, which is interesting, to say the least. It's going to be in the plug, for sure. Alright, let's clean that up a little bit. Let's bring this over here. We're going to get a coin. Please, no bottle cap. I felt something hard right there. Nope. Well, alright. It's in there somewhere. And I'm not seeing it. Not surprising. This stuff tends to blend in very well. I don't think it's going to be on here in any of that. Didn't sound deep. Alright, let's check it. Seems to happen a lot. I know. If I only had a pinpointer, I could go, ooh, there it is. But you know what? I have the better thing right there. Discrimination, so I know exactly what signal I'm looking for. It's in here. Nope, not in there. Nope. Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Sorry. I get excited and I pull the camera away. Where'd it go? In my hand. It's gonna be small. There it is, right there. There it is. Beauty, that's a nice sized coin. Look at that. There's a nice sized coin coming out of here. Don't think it's silver, although no, I see green patina on it. But that is a beautiful coin. 76. Let's clean it up and find out what it is. Looks like I hit it just a little bit. Definitely copper. That's what it looks like after a brush. We're gonna have to toothpick that a little bit and see. because I can't tell what it is right yet. Is it a token? Is it a coin? Let's find out. Very interesting enough, it is an 1880 Liberty head with United States of America wreath on the back. I don't know. I can't see the denomination in the center of that, if it's 5 cent, 1 cent, I don't know. 25 cent, I don't know. I've never found one like that. This is my first one of these, so I'm searching in here, and I don't see anything Liberty head that has that reverse on it. So I'll have to research that more when I get home. Interesting. Of course, these are all gold coins. I'll let you know what that is when I get home. I can look in my coin book. Right now, I'm out in the field. I don't know. But anyways, 1880. Sweet coin. So, late 19th century. Yeah, this is probably one of the earliest ones from this site. And, of course, you probably can't see it like that. That's Liberty head right there. Stars going around it. And there's the reverse. United States of America. Sweet. Moving on. It hasn't been easy getting in between all this stuff. I mean, you gotta get your detector up in all these crevices where other detectorists aren't going, and listen and hope you get on a target. And everything hangs up on you. This stuff it's solid. It bends, but it doesn't break. And look at that. This stuff is solid. Catches on everything. Your shovel, everything. So, it's fun, but I'm glad I went in here. For sure. It's hard to tell what this property was used for back here, but I'm finding coins. So, there's the old school site right there. You can start seeing the debris right now at those two trees, those twin trees. And I've never searched in here, so I'm going to focus on this. Got a pretty decent signal in here. Oh yeah. Another 77, 76 signal. Could this be another one of those coins? Maybe silver. Sounds kind of big. Sounds kind of big though. These things, I don't know what they are. But boy, what a pain. I'm glad I'm coming through here though. Very nice day for relic hunting. What are we gonna get? Whoa, I saw it. Right there, see it? What is that? Piece of brass. That makes sense. I was getting a brass signal. Looks like a big rivety type thing. No clue. We'll clean it up later. Check it out. Not of the precious kind. Unrecognizable relic, if anything. This soil is really clean. There's no pottery in it. Just relics, just objects from the 1800s, early 1900s. Yeah. Big 80 signal. But it could be iron. I heard a couple chunks in it. Oh, this stuff is a nightmare. Let's see what we get here. This is treasure hunting at its finest right here. Oh, what's that? Some kind of little bowl. Let me clean that up real quick and I'll show you what we got. Looks like some kind of bowl. I don't know if that's aluminum. Looks like aluminum. And so that probably isn't 1800s. I looked on the bottom for any kind of maker's mark or anything. Nothing. Just a little bowl. I don't know. Maybe a little arts and crafts dish or something like that somebody was using. Who knows? There's no telling. That was a nice signal. I'd like to think that this was part of a stove or something for the school. Some glass embedded in it too. Check that out. Pretty nifty piece of iron right there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this signal out. It's right underneath, directly underneath all these roots right here, but I'll try to use the knife a little bit in here. There's more root. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of root. Just a 40 signal. And I can feel it. I can feel it down there. Okay. That's a lot of root. Piece of iron. Almost looks like an axe. Oh my goodness, is that going to be an axe? Oh, do you see it? It's right there. I'm going to chop this up. See if I can. Nope, not an axe. Something. Something is something. Look at all the roots. One on top of the other. Got a little 40 signal, but no matter where you brush the leaves off, there's always one of these surface roots. Just a little 40 signal. No telling. Miscellaneous. But it could be 1800s. 1800s goodies down there. Oh my goodness, the roots here are impossible. I'm just going to scoop it out and test it. Let's see where it's at. Well, it's out. Can't tell if it's here or here. Just take a handful right there. Button be nice. Oh, I got it. Still have it. And it feels heavy. Yep. What is it? Shotgun shell? Mushed shotgun shell? Yeah. I'll call that a mushed something. It's too brassy to be a shotgun shell. Piece of something. Alright, gotta find some more coins. I'm going in there. Wish me luck. I'm all tangled up. Oh. Oh, this stuff is great. No signals yet in there. Wow. Something. That's pretty big. Let's go get the shovel. I'll dig that up. Where was it? Right about there. Sure it was. Oh, I'm gonna be tired after today. Getting weighed down by all these roots and trying to dig through them. Alright, what are we gonna get? Oh, it's a big ringer. Find these a lot. Rigging rings. Oh, they went on everything from plows to wagons to you name it. I have lots of these. That's an iron one. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty fancy. What kind of car do you think that came off of? I wonder if that'll clean up nice. That's a nice example. It's a little rusty. Got a little bit of pitting going on there. Looks like the backlight to some kind of fancy car. 50s, maybe 60s. Oh, who knows, maybe even 40s. Interesting. It's just sitting right on top of the soil, underneath the leaves. Yeah, I did it again. This one's older. Did it again at this spot. This is the second one to come out of this spot, out of this location. This one's 1800s. The other one I found was more like early 1900s. This one's definitely 18. Look at that beauty. Look at how thin it is. That's nice. I know. I get so excited over axe heads, but Have you ever seen these things cleaned up, shiny, beautiful, restored? That's why. Because there's nothing like an axe. An axe can do so much work. That is just awesome. That is a great find. That made my day right there. That to me is better than that coin. I know. I'm strange. But that's going to clean up real nice. That's a beauty. I don't know if that's split in half. That's weird right there. No, that's not split in half. That's just really thin wall. That is the thinnest axe I've ever found. Look at that. That can't be more than like 1.25 inches. Perfect. 1800's axe. Beautiful. Yeah. About 12 inches deep. There's an old style blade right there. That's the kind you pull with a horse. And this little tiny spike came up with it. Now, I've seen a lot of spikes in my day, but I've never seen one that small. I wonder if that's hand forged. I'm going to save it. I'm going to clean it up and check what they would have used that for. Probably in timber for something. I think that's a chunk of brick right there. Yeah, chunk of brick. And this might be coal. Or something. Interesting. A lot of stuff happening in this little hole right here. A lot of stuff. Nice little single tree part. Imagine what that other iron piece was. It was flat. It had broken off here. And this one's flat too. That should be rounder. So I've worked my way right up against the old structure now. This is the schoolhouse. A very large schoolhouse. I believe it had 1, 2, 3 fireplaces. 2 on each side, kind of federal style, with a kitchen area in the back. And there's the kitchen area chimney over there. And you could probably see that big huge pit in the ground. I figured that was a sinkhole due to the well that's over here, and that well is very deep, and I imagine that water is saturating the area over there and causing that to happen. So I've just worked all of that area up there. I've worked all the high ground. I've worked that low ground before in the past, but not very much. And in this area here as well, I have not been in there. And I've been here lots of times right here, but I just got a 72 signal in an area I've already searched. So I'm curious. Now this happens because you're removing all that iron and stuff. But this turns out to be iron anyway. I find a lot of these here. I must have found like 12 of these now, or so, somewhere around there. Just a lot, and I don't know what that was. It's not heavy duty. I imagine that is like a step on some kind of playground set or something for climbing or something. What else could that be? It was used at an old late 19th century schoolhouse, so interesting. If you have any clue, let me know. Let's explore this house a little bit, shall we? Yeah. It looks like maybe there was a set of stairs right here, maybe possibly a door. There's a nice old cornerstone right there. And there's still timber structures on this. And now when I say timber structures, I mean real timber structures. That's not the fake stuff. That's the real stuff. Oh, some of this wood is pretty rotten. I've never been in here. I don't know how dangerous it is, or if we're going to fall in a sinkhole. Nice. Nice sized building. The front would have been there. Then you got your side chimney here, and you got another side chimney there. Double story. Thought maybe we could find something in here, but bet you pretty much everything is down at the bottom. I don't need any nails going through my boots. And here's the kitchen. That's the kitchen chimney right there. Of course, that's fallen over. This looks like the cornerstone, or one of the stones. There's a cornerstone there, there's a stone there, there was a back door right there. Had metal roofing at one time. Yeah, very neat. This is looking from the back into the kitchen area. You would have had a fireplace on the left and probably cabinets and cooking area over this way. I don't imagine the kids ate in the kitchen. I imagine they ate outside on nice days. And maybe just ate at their desks on rainy days. Who knows? But you can see the age of this structure. Now that's a pretty significantly old tree right there. So about 1/4 inch per hardwood per year for hardwood trees. So 1/4 inch growth, and that's pretty hefty right there. That's been 80 years or so, easily, growing up on the back side of that chimney. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to venture in here. I know. It looks rough, doesn't it? But you got to get in those spots. See ya. Did they have Mercedes in the early 1900s? I don't think that's Mercedes. I don't know. That'd make some serious bling wearing from your neck on a chain, huh? Some kind of wheel for something. I don't know, a little carriage or something maybe? Maybe. Beautiful 70s signal right underneath that carriage wheel or whatever it was called. Let's see if we can find this thing. Said it was in here. I don't know how deep it is in here. Oh, there it is. What is it? Looks like a lamp piece or something like that. Brass. Yeah. Nice Atlas top. You don't find very many of these here. Ceramic's intact. And wow, 2 in a row. Generic, this one. Not a ball and not an Atlas. It's got a impression top. Somebody was pushing down on it. Interesting. And there's a ball. Now I know why I haven't found so many of these over here on this property. I've never searched in here. Interesting that they're throwing all their food tops over here. Pottery. Pottery. Interesting. You know, because I'm finding a lot of food products over here, jar tops, I have to assume this is probably where the kids were eating. I got a signal in here too. Somebody brought a plate or a bowl or something to school. Lost it. There it is right there. That's my signal. Shotgun shell. That's interesting. Mixed in with some pottery. And there's quite a bit of it here. I bet you the whole thing is in here. Piece it together, that'd be neat, wouldn't it? I've never done that. I've made mosaics out of all the chunks and pieces I've found, but I've never attempted to put one of these back together. And I'll bet you we have the whole entire thing in here. I think that's a rock right there. Yeah, that's a rock. I don't know why I'm digging this out. I'm just curious. Curious to see if I can find a bottom piece like this that maybe has a stamp on it or some kind of... And that's some old stuff right there. And it's not ancient, but it's not brand new either. Yeah, that would be fun to try to piece back together. Definitely. No question about it. Yeah, this might be a school dump site here. Could be. Alright, let's move on. Look at that nice big old dandy hook. Yeah, maybe a coat hook or something like that. That's pretty nice. Or a utility hook for, I don't know, rakes or something. That's an antique. Yeah, I'm gonna save that, clean it up, and use it at home. Why not? Why not? Yeah, this is a dump pit right in there. You see how it's all, it's low right there? Really low? Now, that's all dump. They weren't eating over here. They were dumping over here. Lots of iron, lots of trash. So this is the very, very back of the school. And looks like there was some buildup back here. Oh, we got a nice perfect mason right there. Trashed. Probably loaded with bottles. They probably dumped in here as well. And there's the house. This looks like a road right here. Actually, that looks like a road or a trail too. A little small to be a road. Do you see it right there? The little indentation. And it comes around. Might just be landscaping. But I bet you it's a road. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to explore around a little bit. I wonder if it's active. Oh boy. I'm glad I looked up. You don't want to mess with those. It looks a little ratty. I don't think it's active. Let me know if you see anything fly into that or out. I believe we have a sunken in privy, old privy, right here on the very back side of the property. This one's real sunken. Lots of water in it. Just going around exploring the outer edges of the property to see what I can find. I've detected back here a little bit, but it's so difficult to get through here. All the vines and everything. I swear, everywhere I find these big vines like this, there's always an old home site not that far behind. It's really interesting property. This is where I thought the kids played, in here. That's where I find all the buttons and kids stuff and you name it. I find it in there. Loaded. I beat this pretty good. Probably won't search it today, even though it's really accessible. Really accessible. Oh, the fall is the best time. Best time to get out and search for sure. What in the world is this thing? Is that a sponge? Or some kind of, and I just damaged it. I thought that was a deflated ball. Some kind of mushroom looking thing. Interesting. Here's the other side of the property. The fireplace on this side, the front it's over there. Back kitchen fireplace is right there. And there's just stuff everywhere. You see, mostly roofing material and stone. Yeah, very cool site. Wish I could find better privy than that one that's fully loaded with water. That makes sense. Back there in the corner of the property. That makes perfect sense. See ya. Yeah, well, so I took a short break. Took a phone call. Sorry, Madeline. My phone, my battery's dead completely. Ran out of juice. I imagine it's the cold weather. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for me today. I've had fun. I've searched a lot in here. Had a lot of fun. Found some neat stuff. Got an axe. 1800's axe head. That's beautiful. Coins. A Model T Ford hubcap is wonderful. And, you know, I've searched this place before, so, you know, love it. It's great. You got a site like this every time you come back. You keep finding stuff. And the finds usually get better when you come back because, you know, you're clearing out those upper layers of modern times and clearing out the upper layers of junk. So I always find it funny and fascinating when I see videos of these other metal detectorists out there that go into a site, brand new site, and they hunt it one time and you know, they find a few things, but then they never go back to that spot. What a shame, because that's, you know, that's just the nature of the beast. You really gotta search through those layers, get that big stuff, iron, out of the ground so you can start hearing smaller signals. And that's the other thing I think is really funny when I see these other metal detectors walk into a brand new site, swing their coil, and start finding these items that, you know, they should have found a ton of iron beforehand, but they didn't. So that's kind of suspicious too, but I've been doing this a long time, almost 40 years now. Geez, I'm 47. Started when I was 10, so that's a difference of 3 years, you know. So I've seen every kind of foundation you can think of in the U.S. And I've probably searched them all. I feel sorry for anybody who has to search behind me because I am good. And it's because of that machine right there. Now, I don't sponsor Whites or Garrett's or Fisher or any of those. One, they haven't approached me, which, fine. But two, I think this machine is an awesome machine. I've used a lot of machines. And this machine, even though at first, I think this is my fourth one maybe? Third or fourth one, I think it's my fourth one. At first, they kept going bad. Something causes them to go bad. But White's is right there. They replaced it. No problem. And I get a new detector sent to me, and I go out and use it. I'm not overly gentle with my detectors, but I don't beat them up either. It's my tool. So, anywho, let me get situated and I'll show you what I found. Well, not a ton of things, but nice things at least, so that's good. My camera battery is even running low. It must be the cold weather that just draws all the energy out of them or something. Bummer. So, anyways, I think the loggers are going to be quitting here soon. I'm going home as well. Let me show you what I found. Check it out. Alright, right away we found some glass, right? Nice glass. It's kind of bluish. I like that. It's nice. And we got that Ford Model T hubcap. Yeah. And a bunch of trash. That's old trash. That's not new trash. That's old trash. I don't know what this thing is. It's a blob of something. I gotta take it home, clean it up, and check it out. And this, I found right next to that piece right there. Once I lifted that out of the ground, I filled in the hole, and I found this right next to it. So, does it belong? Maybe. We'll check it out. We have two buttons. One's in rough condition. You can't see much on them right now. They're just dried up. And a coin that I can't identify out here in the field. It's Liberty. I know that much. 1880. A couple Indian or wheat pennies. Yeah, those are wheat pennies today. No idea on the dates. Need to clean them up better. See if I can get dates off of them. Hopefully 1909s. That'll be nice. And I think that's actually part of a toy. Maybe a toy wagon or a toy truck or something like that. Yeah. And we got that nice hook right there. That's gonna be nice to clean up and hang. So, and I've never found a small spike like that. That thing's tiny. That's really neat. I'm gonna check it out, clean it up, and see if that was hand forged. Maybe. I don't know. But that right there, that's the prize for me. I've never found an axe that thin, full size, in 1800s. So that's a triple whammy for me. I really like that. That's going to be a nice piece. I'm going to clean it up, and beautiful. So that's what came out of the ground today at this logging truck, at this old school site that is just one of my favorite sites to come to. You know, my site this morning didn't turn out so great, so oh well. You have to go someplace sweet to fulfill the day, and that's what I did. So alright, appreciate you watching. See you on the next